Well, well. What do we have here?
Mm.
It has been a while, my guy.
Yes, it has.
But like all good things, if you let it go and it comes back, it was meant to be. So
Absolutely.
back from our holiday hiatus. You see the screen, the dynamic duo of Blak and Mac, bringing in season 6 of the Smoke Pit. Did you ever imagine? We started in 2019. That now we'd be doing this for 6 years and some change.
Not at all, bro. Like now that you say like 2019, it didn't seem so far away, but if you look now, it's like, damn, we've been doing this for a while. 6 years.
6 years, man. 6 years. Well, actually, I think about summer of this year would be 6, but 5.5 ain't no joke either.
It ain't.
It ain't no joke either. But I could imagine doing this with anybody else, the crew we got over here at DFPN. Good times. But unless you have anything to say to the people prior to us queuing up the intro,
I'll save it for final shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to season 6 of the Smoke Pit, episode, I believe, 157. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Possibly, yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
And it starts right now.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Never gets old. But
Ever.
yeah, y'all know what it is. Friday night, mood is right. Dynamic duo of Blak and Mac here on your screens again. Like I said, season 6 of the Smoke Pit. Appreciate those that are tuning in. And we are live for the masses, not behind the Patreon paywall. But we figured it's only right to welcome the fam bam in, the whole crew, everybody in. So we're live over on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. So if you're watching, feel free to share the link, get some participation in here. But let's just get into it.
Let's
I will
do
say
it.
let me start. I don't think the holiday hiatus was supposed to be as long as it was, but full transparency, your boy Mac, me, aka your boy, all that good stuff, had some behind the scenes things to work out. This is a PSA again to just let you know, if you're watching this and you're going through some stuff and you got to take some time, take a knee, reevaluate, reprioritize some stuff in your life, get things straight. Please take the time to do that. Right?
Absolutely.
You know, it as much as I would just love to just put all 24 hours, 7 days a week into DFPN and everything we do over here. I realized I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, taking time away from other things that I should have been focusing on. So just a recalibration, if you will. The energy and effort will still be there. Just like I said, just kind of taking a better look at where to place the energy and stuff, you know. So that's all that was. So we're back. Shout out to the rest of the DFPN crew for letting me take that knee and carrying the network as you guys do on your backs. I appreciate that.
Dope work, man. Dope work, and welcome back. It's great to have you back, sir.
Same. What up, Bake in the building? Megan is in the building. What's up, girl?
Hey,
The
friend.
homie Mark is up in here. What's up, man? What is up? What is up, everybody? So the holidays, man, how'd it go for you, man? Everything cool?
Yeah, man. It was good. I ended up going to watch my daughter graduate. Shout out to Leonella. She graduated from
Congrats on that.
UNLV.
Yeah.
Man. So I ended up watching her graduate, spending some time in Vegas. I too had to recalibrate, fix some things going on around here as well. So as much as the hiatus you got, I needed that shit too. So I needed it. So yeah, it allowed me to work and recalibrate some stuff. Focus more on some future stuff with the network. That way, we do put a lot into the brand. So
yeah.
setting this year up was kind of my priority. So yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy we're back. I'm ready to get back to it. It's been a while, so this is gonna be fun. I've been waiting on this one for a minute.
Indeed. Shout out Kimpachi tuning in over there on YouTube, man. Hopefully your holidays were good and you're bringing in the new year with some good energy moving forward. Biggest thing, we were kind of talking about this. Before we do it, we would be remiss if we did not begin this episode, as we try to do most episodes, with our ceremonial shots.
Shot o'clock.
Sitting here with it might be time for new shot glasses. The little design is starting to wear off on this one, so it might be time to re-up, get another order of some shot glasses. But
I'm with that.
I am here with a little bit of now, before y'all get on my neck, there's just been this bottle of Ciroc that has just been sitting on top of the fridge, right? Sitting on top of the fridge before the Diddy stuff happened.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
I know this isn't Diddy's brand, but I know he was real big on publicizing it. He was kind of the face for it. So no, this money is not. I feel I have to put that disclaimer out. We got to prove of Diddy's actions, his get-togethers, freak out, whatever, all of that stuff. Whatever happens to him, hey, that's up to the land of the law. But I'm not about to just pour this liquor out in the sink to make a point, right?
Yeah,
I will drink it and I will act like I hate it as it.
You ain't even gotta act like you bought it. Just fuck it.
Yeah. Ooh, disgust. But what you got over there, man?
I have some tequila. Again, my local liquor man just tries to sell me on shit. This is actually really good. So if you find it, it's called Don Ramon, and it's a plata. It's really good. Really good stuff.
I need to up my alcohol game, man. Y'all talking about it's a plata. I'm like, the fuck is a plata? But you got a toast for the folks, man?
Yes. Since we're back and we're in the new year and we have big expectations for this year, keep pushing. And if you fall, make your way back.
I like it.
Salud.
Salud, my guy. Gross.
Gross.
I can't wait till I finish.
How dare you make this?
Yeah.
How dare you, Mr. Holmes?
God. I mean, when you sit it like think about now. Like I'm looking back at Diddy's rise and all of that shit. Like in the grand scheme of things, sitting back looking at him now, I'm like, he's probably one of the most corniest dudes. like there's not not saying when you're involved with rap and hip hop, like you gotta be a thug and shit like that, but he never gave the vibes that he was that dude that you should be scared of,
True.
his like when you watch the show, like Making the Band, he'd be popping off on people. He's doing that because of the position of power he has.
Yes.
Like he ain't walking up to no random dude on the street talking to any kind of way out the side of his neck. But I was I was listening to some Biggie and I don't know, for whatever, I was sitting in my office and it was a Big Papa, and it's the part of the song where Big be like, "You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place." And then Puffy's like, "Why?" Like, nigga, because I'm in here. That should have been, and I know I wrote into because I'm like, but bro, I'm in here. so that's why.
You gonna fuck the party up, bro. Come on now.
Oh, okay. Megan says she has a homegirl that works with apple and cherry orchards and recommended apple juice with tequila. It takes the bite from the tequila away.
Huh.
I usually go with pineapple juice.
Yeah, me too.
But apple juice and tequila?
That's lemon juice too. Lemon juice, I know, but
really,
apple juice.
I would say probably anything citrus. I would assume. I never done it with like orange juice or anything like that, so I wouldn't know.
If you had a tequila sunrise, then
is that what that is?
Yeah, it's orange juice and grenadine.
I'm so out of it. I'm a basic ass drinker. You know, you got some apple crown. Hey, your boy's in there. Peach crown. Let me have it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. But what is that? Ranch water.
Ranch water. That's a good one too.
The fuck is? Bro, y'all are educating me, man. If y'all in the chat, y'all got some shit I need to be put on, because like you said, I'm basic. Like I will let you know right now. I don't do Hennessy. You know, I don't do no E&J. Like, I'm not saying I'm above it, but when you used to do it and you discover something better, you know, you just can't go back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I get you.
Like, when's the last time you had Paul Masson?
Oh, it's been years, bro. We ain't broke like that no more, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen a class 6 like that in a minute, bro. It's
I hated it. What up, Mulaney? She says she drinks tequila straight, but she does enjoy the tequila sunrise.
Ooh, nice.
What up, Jarrell? What's up? Yep. What's up, gents? Hey, Deontay the Giant. Yes, the guys are back. The boys are back in town. But yeah, so we were kind of bullshitting before. Brand new year, a lot of things. A lot of companies are trying to, go out there, bringing this year with a bang. And the WWE is also one of those. Now they have been, again, casual fan here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think 2023, 2024. Kind of brought in a resurgence. I know you and Frankie talked about it. Some of the things being, Vince stepping away, Triple H stepping up, doing the creative and everything. The Bloodline storyline was, I think a big part in bringing it back up and about. And it's still one of the biggest storylines in the game right now. I think Triple H is doing a great job in the women's division, bringing up some good stories and situations over there. Both for Raw and SmackDown and stuff. But their biggest thing, obviously, not a whole lot of people are a fan of a lot of properties going straight to streaming services, going away from cable. But if you're a business person, you're looking at the writing on the wall, like cable is pretty much
it's a dying
on
brand,
its way
bro.
out. Right.
Yeah.
But I see Mark getting a little bit ahead of what we're getting to. So Raw on Netflix. Your thoughts real quick, in just the broad strokes. If you want his detailed thoughts on all of that stuff, No Gimmicks dropped their first episode of the year, so make sure you check that out. But what are your thoughts on Raw on Netflix?
I thought production-wise, top tier, bro. It looked phenomenal. It felt like it was a big show. It felt like the only show I could compare it to is a WrestleMania, because that's what it felt like. It was that big. You had that many stars. The celebrities were in attendance. It felt like a big deal. And it was a massive win for WWE. And it's a massive win for wrestling because now they've entered into a streaming area. There's another company, AEW, which has also done the same thing. So it's kind of like cutting that cord and introducing wrestling to a bigger audience. And it's exciting for me because it's a bigger chance of wrestling becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
And I could talk about it with a lot more people, you know what I mean, that can get into it and enjoy it for what it is. So it's very exciting if you're a wrestling fan.
Indeed. But as Mark is hinted to, the biggest takeaway, they had their current superstars showing up, and they had some of the Hall of Famers showing up. Undertaker came back as his American Badass persona. And we also had the Real American Hulk Hogan show up. And I was, like I said, I didn't catch it live, but following your social media, I saw you with the post. Hulk Hogan comes out the crowd, and you had the gift from Half Baked, buddy throwing a hat, boo this man. And I'm just like, what? Let me see what's going on here. And when I tell you, now the Intuit Dome is one of the newest arenas structures, beautiful place.
Yep.
Seats a lot of people. Every seat was filled in that bitch, right?
Yes.
Every seat.
Sold out.
So that's why I kind of probably gave the WrestleMania feel. But he came out. Jimmy Hart came out with him. I'm like, okay, this is
poor Jimmy.
And he was catching strays, bro, for no reason. Oh, you roll with him? But Hulk Hogan could not even get through his promo.
Nope.
I get it. They want to. I don't know if WWE and Netflix had a deal where they had to say Netflix X amount of times or whatnot. But I mean, obviously, we're watching this shit. Like, we get it, Netflix.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan came out pretty much to push his beer, Real American beer, I think, and two, to remind everybody that WWE is now paired with Netflix. And the booing is hilarious to me. And we were talking about this, like, as a kid in the 80s, WWE's picking up steam, moving. Hulk Hogan's at the front of it. Hulk Hogan is, I tell people, like what Michael Jordan did with the not WNBA, but the NBA, globalizing it, making it a household name, things like that. That was Hulk Hogan for WWE.
Yep.
To see him go from that to where he is now, do you, as a fan, hardcore fan as you are, and also as a black man, because if you are unaware, Hulk Hogan got into some trouble when a recorded conversation he had with another individual regarding his daughter dating a black person came out, racial slurs, all of that other stuff. He was removed from WWE Hall of Fame, all of that stuff. They took him off the website, all of that stuff. He came with an apology, was like, I'm sorry. I used the wrong word, which I'm just like, that is, I don't know who your publicist is, who your PR manager is, but that is the worst apology ever. They failed you. But get a new one. But if you haven't already. But what are your thoughts on that, man? Like, when you look at Hulk Hogan, where he was, where he is now, getting booed by an arena full of people. Now, some people are saying because it was California, it was all about politics, and they're booing him because he showed up at the Republican National Convention endorsing Trump and everything like that. And if that's the reason you're booing him, I don't know what to say. I think a lot of people are booing him because of the person he is. There was a documentary he had where he was just telling stories that would just make it seem like he was carrying the world on his shoulders, constantly lying. There was video evidence backing up like that didn't happen. Like, the biggest one was when he was like, yeah, I was wrestling the Undertaker and my neck was already messed up and he dropped me on my neck. And then they showed the clip My man's head was like 8 inches off the ground, bro. Like your neck was in no danger at all. And he's just acting like I picked Andre the Giant up and pressed him over my head. Like they showed the video. I'm just like, bro, you're acting like we can't look at archives, my boy. Like, what are we talking about? When you see Hulk Hogan now, bro, like what is your reaction? Like how are you receiving the Hulkster at this point?
You know, it's wild for me because Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior is like the reason I got into wrestling. You know what I mean? Like it's what brought me to the table. WrestleMania 6 was everything to me. And you know, the Hulkamania, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, all that great shit. It was, you know, it kind of made my childhood, you know what I mean? Because wrestling in my grandmother's den and shit, like that was a big reason why, because of
we
Hulk
was
Hogan.
Practicing the moves. We were doing the moves.
Hell yeah. Like getting on the arm of the couch and doing the Macho Man elbow drop and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like this was the fabric of me. Mm-hmm. But growing older and hearing things and then seeing things for myself kind of changed my perspective on Hulk Hogan. I know.
Deontay.
My perspective on Hulk Hogan changed from stories that I heard from people in the business. People in the business were like, he ain't the greatest guy in the world. You know what I mean? And actually seeing him say or hearing him say these things out of his mouth kind of changed my perspective on who he was. You know what I mean? And that apology, terrible. But it's bad when I'm of the mindset that Jim Cornette is the good guy. and Hulk Hogan really ain't, bro. Jim Cornette might say some shit like he don't got a filter, but he ain't a bad guy. Hulk Hogan's just, nah, bro. Booker T was right.
We coming for you.
Yeah, Booker T was right. But and that's where we at now. So fast forward to today. A lot of people feel that way. You can't change people's minds with a half-ass apology and then wait for the thing to go away. It's not going to go away. Like Mark Henry said. He said, if you're a bad person and you don't make amends for it and just try to wait your time and think that the problem's going to go away, it's not. It's going to follow you until you change your ways and prove that you're not the piece of shit that everybody thinks you are. You know what I mean? Like that, the ball's in your court. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to address the LA thing and him showing up in LA and people thinking it's a political thing. If that's the case, I just want to submit to evidence that The Undertaker also endorsed Trump and they did not boo this man. You know why? Because everybody knows The Undertaker's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Like your character and who you endorse are two different things. You can endorse somebody that a lot of people don't like and be a good person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you cannot and absolutely be a piece of shit. So there's that. Your character speaks for itself.
I think like I went and looked because somebody's like, yeah, The Undertaker, like, because you know, I'm just looking at people's reaction. You know, I see the post on social media and I'm reading all the reactions from different commenters and stuff. Some people were saying it was political, this, that, and then I saw, like you said, somebody was just like, bro, The Undertaker is conservative and everything. He has a podcast. I think he had Donald Trump on his podcast, interviewed him for a bit, and he rolls out there and nobody boos him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I like you can have differing views politically, right? That's what this country is, and just carry yourself as a decent person, and nobody can care, you know. Like there are some people like super emotional. Like if you're not, I think it's not so much the views, it's the person. Like people just dislike Donald Trump, and if you vote for him because you know you're conservative and you like the direction that some of the laws and stuff like that'll do for the conservative side, then cool. But
right,
I think that showing, like if Undertaker showed up at the RNC and put on a super display like Hulk Hogan did, do you think he still would get the same reaction? Would people still be like, "You're cool"? Do you think that I guess the underlying reason he got booed like that was because of the comments? Because if that's the case, if you were Triple H or whoever is in charge of that lineup, would you have pulled the trigger and brought Hogan back to promote the brand like that?
That's the first question I had, is why? Why? You know what I mean? Like, it's LA one,
right?
And people really don't like Hulk Hogan, and that's it is what it is. He's a legend. He's done a lot for the wrestling industry. Respect to him, but a lot of people don't like Hulk Hogan, and it's because of the comments that he's made, and he's never made amends for it. And if you find yourself, yes, and to go back to your RNC question, if it was the Undertaker showing up at the RNC, I probably wouldn't even care. Like if he showed up, like, okay, that's fine. They're loading up with celebrities themselves. The Democrats did it, so fair play, bro. Like, I might have cheered that shit. Actually, like, damn, damn, they got Undertaker, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, if it's stuff like that, it's political season. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
America gonna elect the president. Whoever the other side ain't gonna like it, and then 4 years are gonna go by. That's about as deep as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But if you are like Hulk Hogan and you have this history and you haven't faced your history, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Am I surprised he got booed? Nope. Do I feel bad that he got booed? Absolutely not.
Did you think the booing would be that overbearing though? Because like, you could tell the sound editing, bro. They tried to,
they tried to cook
the audio so bad, bro. But when you look at people that were there, they posted their live takes of him coming out. Like, it was, bro, it was bad.
It was
like
terrible.
That was so bro, a part of my soul was just like, Terry, get out of there. Terry, just go. Terry, just go. Abort. Take Jimmy with you.
Poor Jimmy was like,
hey, he'd waving this flag like, fuck, man, what the hell's going on here?
We go ahead and get the flag out, wave it. You can't boo the flag.
What is up? Yeah. So I mean, it was a thing that I was wondering about, because, like, you know, is America the land of second chances? People say, for some, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Hulk is still showing up to events and stuff like that, still able to tie his image and his brand to WWE, like, don't sit right with me. But I mean, if it's making the money, and I don't know if he's down bad and needed the money, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, if I was Triple H or something, I'd be like, hey, bro, you there's probably certain cities that will have you show up at, but setting you up to, unless that was Triple H's goal.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
Do you think he has it? Do you think Paul has that in him to set him up?
Like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he do.
Oh, man.
Absolutely he does. If that was the case, then fair play, bro. Fair play.
Yeah. Well done, Paul. Well done. What the hell was that, Paul? I don't know what's going on with them, Terry. You must have did something to piss him off, man. Did you? Can you think of anything you might have done to
it's an arena full of people, man? Like, come on, bro.
Before we move on, Mark had a question, and if you haven't, I think it's on Netflix, right? The Vince McMahon documentary. If I watched it, it was pretty good. Like, I think the rumor is that after they finished it, and you know, Vince was able to see the finished product, he wanted them to, like, not air it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He tried to buy it.
Yeah, and they was just like, nah, this is going out there for the world. So do you think that documentary caused people to hate Hulk Hogan more or additional?
I don't think so. But you can't really be sure. I know he didn't really look the best out of that documentary coming out of it. So really nobody did. But there's some shit in there. There's some shit in there that, yeah, I can see why Vince tried to buy it, honestly. And speaking of, he just settled a case today. So
he's still settling?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Vince, what you doing, bro? Man came out with that villain mustache and is just fucking coming out looking like a One Piece villain. That the pencil mustache he had on. Like, what are we doing out here, bro?
When I know
Oh, man. TJ said Hogan hasn't looked good since '89. Additionally, some more shenanigans that this has probably been talked about on different shows and all that other stuff, but we haven't been able to chop it up about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you did a Feeling That or Now for our Patreons on the Kendrick album.
Yep.
Real quick, I know last time he dropped the album, we were just like, bro, this man is 4 for 4 with these albums. Is he 5 for 5?
I think he is. But also I don't think that was an album.
GNX?
No, I don't think that was meant to be an album.
Oh. You think it was just a collection of a few songs he had and they just put out a little mixtape or something?
I think when he said he had 5+5, a lot of this was GNX. I think some of these he repurposed.
But what would you give that collection of work, I guess?
I liked every song but the title track. The title track I wasn't really feeling. But the rest of it, it's a LA album for sure.
Oh yeah, West Coast.
that is a LA album, which I actually like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's different from his other work, in which it doesn't really tell you a story, but it puts you in a groove, and it was made. You can tell it was made for Cali or the West Coast. It has that sound. I gave it a 7 out of 10. And I think I'm still there. There's some songs I like more than others now. Like Luther became like the track for me.
When K Dot and SZA get together, shit's about to be in rotation.
Bro.
I don't know what it is, bro. They work so well together. This shit just is on point.
They do. Like I'm ready for that concert.
Fam. Bro, I'm like, bro, if I gotta go to DC it is. You know? DC it is then.
Yes.
But
yeah, I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It could have been better. But for a K-Dot album, it's pretty good work. I don't think it's up to par with like Damn or Good Kid, Mad City. It's a good album, but honestly, I was expecting something else. So when he rolled out GNX, he dropped a track, like a minute of a track, and that shit is hard. I was like, bro, this album is about to be nuts.
His rollout of that album, bro. What do you 9 a.m? You like, bro, new album? I'm like, I'm at work. I can't do this right now, Kendrick. What do you? It's not fair, right?
I know. I was
everybody blowing everything up. I'm like, I can't listen to it here in the building. No.
I know. I was in here. I was doing the remodel of the office, and I'm like, my homeboy hit me up. Was like, Kendrick dropped the album. I was like, stop lying. Like,
yeah,
you lying.
Wait. Remind me of a RDC World when they be like, Jermaine. J. Cole got a new album out. Quit playing. Jermaine. Cole. Young Simba.
Yeah, he lying.
Get out of here. Quit playing with me. But the reason I bring this up, the intro track, the first track on there, one of the quotes is, "Don't let no white comedian talk about black women, that's law, right? And for those who know, they know who he was talking about, right?
Let's do it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for this. My guy.
Do it.
My guy. So for those that don't know, Andrew Schultz, who is a comedian, has a podcast called Flagrant. And he had a couple of podcasters or content creators, whatever, from the UK over. They go by Shits and Giggles. And he was asking them, kind of just asking them questions about, interracial relationships. And they mentioned, was it the black woman effect or something like that, when they're dating a white dude and all of a sudden he has like a lineup and the beard and all that stuff. And Andrew Schultz then went on to say, nah, they doing that because it's all the stress. They get the low cut because they be stressing and losing their hair, and they get the beard because the woman be slapping them and all that stuff. And, say how however you feel about the Shits and Giggle crew after that, sitting there just letting them talk about it and not saying anything. A part of me is like, I get it. You're on his show. You don't want to make shit awkward. You just want to get through that segment. So you just laugh and giggle and whatever. But I was watching that segment. I'm just like, bro, Andrew's getting a little too comfortable with this shit, bro. A little bit too comfortable. I know he's one of them comedians that's just like, everybody gets these jokes. Nobody like that. I'd want to sit down with Sam Ridley and get his thoughts on that shit. But regardless, so that happens. Those two go back to England and they're just like, they do an apology video right away. Like, this is wild, whatever. Like, we should have said something. We're not gonna fuck with that dude no more. X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So Kendrick drops that, and Andrew Schultz, and I want to say his lackeys on his show, because like I don't know who the Indian brother is on the show with him. That motherfucker just be doing everything to gas Andrew up. And I get it. That dude's giving you a check. That's how you making your living. If
glaze away, my guy.
But the thing that got me is he has a brother on his panel, right? And he just, because it's the Indian dude, a white dude, and then the brother on there, and they was just all just not saying anything, just letting them go in. But Andrew was out here. Apparently he heard the track, and he had a response for Kendrick. I shall bring that up so we can we can listen.
Let's do it.
Linda, listen and hear what he has to say as far as that. And then we'll go into reactions and stuff. But here is Andrew Schultz talking about apparently his beef with Kendrick, right? Let me get the full screen on there for you.
Comedians, we need to be more respectful to women. So we gotta sit back and reflect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're the most pious group.
Listen, nobody has respected women more.
Yeah.
Through art.
Yes.
Than rappers. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I completely understand how a rapper could look at a comedian telling a joke and be like, yo, y'all need to switch that shit up.
Yeah.
How dare y'all keep saying your wives are annoying? Be more like us, and bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. I beat my bitch with a stick. What? You can lick on the nuts or suck the dick. I beat my bitch with a stick. What?
Did you just think of that?
That's a real lyric.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real lyric from music that protects women. And for decades protects what. And listen, right now the guy on top, Kung Fu Kenny,
he is the guy on top.
He is the guy.
He is making sure that comedians, he put a law in.
Yeah.
He put a law in place. All right, let's see the exact line, okay? Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English,
Okay.
he is saying, I can talk about black women, and that is law.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black
So
woman.
he's basically saying all white comedians
Are only allowed to
talk about black women.
exclusively.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're back.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a law.
Finally, he understands
It's a
it.
law.
Now I understand.
So as I'm watching this, I'm like, he's reaching now. Now he's like, look at the grammatical thing. That means I can, and that's the type of comedian he is, right? Just over the top with his shit, right? I feel it's super lazy to sit there and be like, and anytime somebody gets mad at anybody in the hip hop genre, telling them, yo, that's not cool. Well, your whole genre is about bitches and hoes and this and that. And it's like, bro, stop it. Right? Just stop it.
Yep.
Right? Because I'm trying, like, and I haven't gone and listened to his whole discography, but has Kendrick said anything along those lines about beating women and all of that other stuff? Now, he rapped about back when he was like, you know, with his girl. I don't think if they was married yet, but when he would hit the road, like he would mess around with girls and stuff like that. There was one song he said he had sex with a white woman, and he looked at it as like, you know,
retaliation.
Yeah, retaliate, you know, things like that, right? So I mean, it's one of those things. I'm looking like Andrew, like at a certain point, like I get it, like your I don't want to say following, your fan base, right? They fuck with you because you're unforgiving, you're gonna 100% be yourself, all of that other stuff, right? That's cool if you want to stand 10 toes down and all that shit. But there comes a point where it's like, I don't think people will, unless they're just like, they got something wrong with their soul, be upset if you're just like, yo, I crossed the line. I thought I was making some jokes. We were laughing and stuff. Looking back at it now, that was important. Like, the people that wouldn't fuck with you anymore after that are probably the people who shouldn't be rolling with you. You know what I'm saying? Well, what are your thoughts on that whole thing there?
You can't quote Snoop 92 in 2024, bro. Like, and think like you making a point. We've grown since then, bro.
30
like,
years ago, they were saying this stuff.
They were saying this, and come on, man. Like, we've already gone over that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you using that to make a point of why you said the dumb shit you said. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The shit you said, it wasn't funny. And it didn't hit. So he called you out on it. And if you get mad at it, the first thing that lets me know you lose this argument is what he did to make the case. Like, they talk about killing and shooting and shit. Like, Kenny ain't that type of person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his style of rap.
Right.
The most popular people in the genre, that's not their style of rap. Rap has changed. Jermaine Cole doesn't rap about that. Drake don't even rap about that. Kenny don't rap about that. Like, the rappers that are getting pushed to the forefront now aren't rapping about what you think they're rapping about. And that lets me know that you're not paying attention to the culture. You're leeching off of it.
Mm. And that's where I'm at. Like I said, his fucking, let me see if I can. Where's this dude at? Oh, there we go. No, not him. So, like, I don't know who the fuck this dude is.
Oh, that guy.
But he just, like, what are you there for? You don't say shit.
Yeah.
And he just be popping off. This motherfucker just hold the laptop and laugh. And this motherfucker be the one just trying to be his fucking, who is the dude that was sitting on the couch? Like, Conan O'Brien would have this show, and then he would have this random dude on the side. Andy Richter, Andy whatever, you know? And that's all he is. Like, he just sits there and gasses Andrew up. Andrew can do no wrong in this motherfucker's eyes. This dude, I could tell, like, the vibes I get from him is he's like, man, I'm really fucking up. Like,
yeah, I need to quit this goddamn show.
He's just like, man, I am really fucking it up
about to cook me.
Black community, you know. I am really
about to cook my
ass. But then it gets wild, because then he talks about that, and then he gets into this weird sexual thing with Kung Fu. And I think this is kind of around the time where he talks about.
But he's not even saying that. He's saying get up in that ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
He did.
But I need Kendrick. I need you to do it, Kendrick.
You want to squabble up with
I
Kenny?
need no. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it. Is like, first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him, and there's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him, and the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, if it's me and Kendrick, no,
This nigga, well, him, him. Everything is hilarious.
You are stupid.
Oh my god. And him. Oh, you're stupid. Don't say that. And this motherfucker, like, I'm not even. Let me check my email or some shit. Like, I'm not even trying to be involved in this
Get
shit,
off
right?
this shit real quick.
So that part there where he's just like, I could do whatever the kid, you know, and then it gets more graphic. He's like, if we were in jail, whatever, you know, I'd turn him this way, that way, all that other stuff, man. So,
Bro, come on, my guy.
I like, you know, and people been after him, like, you know, fans of Kendrick and everything like that. They've been on his neck. They've been all that stuff, and he's 10 toes down on his shit. Like I said, what I said, I'm not changing shit. So that's how you want to be, Andrew. You know, that is what it is. The thing that kills me is you kind of you identified the threat. Like, Kendrick has people that will do stuff for Kendrick so he doesn't have to do it. Right?
Right.
Like he he has people per what you said. I'm not saying Kendrick does. I don't know who's in his circle. I do know the people that were in Top Dog Entertainment, TDE. Them motherfuckers don't play. Granted, he's not with TDE. He has his own label and stuff now, but don't think that they still ain't cool. You know, you have people like O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's son, say stuff like, there are people in California, Los Angeles specifically, one of the biggest markets for comedy. I don't know if Andrew can go there anymore. I'm not saying things will happen to him. I'm saying for his benefit, he should avoid Los Angeles for some time, probably surrounding areas.
Bro, you without saying too much, there's a culture. There's a culture in LA, and you can't be disrespectful, bro. Like, and it just is what it is.
Right.
And you can't be disrespectful to one of the most peaceful people in the city. Like, people like him, like Nipsey, like Kobe, like, they have reverence. You just can't come around disrespecting people like that and think you're gonna walk around scot-free. It just life don't work like that. Not with people from LA, period. Like, I'll give you a hint. Things happen to people who are disrespectful.
It's just an observation.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm not saying, you know, I'm just telling you, bro. Shit happens to people.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just take that as you may. So I agree with you. There are certain people that if you are wanting to visit or step into their city, do any kind of business, make any kind of money there, when it comes to Los Angeles, like you said, Kobe, like, bro, Nipsey was shot by a brother. Nipsey was it held in such high regard. The city, the brothers in Los Angeles were on the lookout for this dude that took Nipsey from us. You know,
bro,
Kendrick
they don't tell you the lengths that they went to find this motherfucker.
Yes. Yes, bro, it was ridiculous. The camaraderie that happened in the city of Los Angeles, Bloods and Crips.
Within 20 minutes of people finding this shit out, LA was on the move. And it was in real
Yeah.
time. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen. I was like, I've
Yeah.
never seen nothing like y'all got
It
y'all got till 8 o'clock to find this motherfucker, bro. Like it was like that. Like y'all got till 8 o'clock or shit's about to happen.
Police, if you don't find this dude before the streets find him, case closed. Or there's another case.
You won't find nothing. Yeah.
Now you got another case on your hands. You know what I'm saying? But it's ridiculous. Like, is this a smart move on his behalf for clout? Because Kendrick is that dude right now, considered by most to be the best in the game. 100%. Like, you're getting clicks, Andrew. Like, what's this video, this clip here? Well, it's only at 115,000. Yeah, 115,000. I would have been at more. But you know, and then they take away. You can't see how many dislikes it gets unless you put in a certain code. But it's a move to stay relevant. But here's my thing, and we talked about this before. People do stupid shit like this, right? And they say wild stuff like this, like, I have my way with him, he can't do nothing. Then all of a sudden, the people you were talking about, like Kendrick got people, hitters be out there, they can do whatever. Now you start getting death threats and stuff. And then now you on the podcast he does with Charlemagne, talking about, man, it's crazy because people are sending me death threats, sending me pictures of my 18-month daughter, talk about they're gonna kill her. Like, and then he starts playing the victim thing. The whole people are taking this way too far. Like, son,
Nah, but
Andrew,
bro.
was you thinking about your daughter when you was out here making these fucking accusations and shit? Like, why do people continue to do wild shit like this? And when consequences for like these three motherfuckers on the couch here, this fucking the Indian brother that's out here just gassing you up, like ain't nobody sending him death threats. He the one gassing you up, like keep going, Andrew. This is gold.
Yeah.
You're like, shit. Well, the three people on my couch on my payroll of it must be good. And then now you start death threats and people are crazy. They're sending stuff to my house and like,
Hey.
What do you want us to do, Andrew?
Hey.
Go find Kendrick and do what you said you was finna do, man.
Yep.
Establish your dominance, my boy. Get out there and get
Make
it.
love to that apology real quick.
Now he ain't apologizing. He's like,
Hey.
bro, I'm a comedian, man. He's one of the big free speech. I should be, because comedy is an art form where we should be able to say whatever the fuck. Like, you're not going to jail. Yes, it's free speech, but there's consequences to the shit that you're saying.
Yep.
Like, were the clicks and the boost and traffic to your page and your podcast worth the shit that's going on now?
Your life is on the line now. Listen, man. The West Coast killed Biggie and Tupac. You're Andrew Schultz. Take that as you may.
And like, I know you're one of the Joe Rogans. Like, he's bringing you up and gave you the platform and all. He's backing you, but like, I don't think Joe Rogan about to be 10 toes down for you when it comes to this shit,
Fuck
bro.
no.
Like, I think Joe Rogan, like, because he's one of the big, like, comedy is the last pure art form where you can, like, and that's cool, you know. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, you want to make people laugh, but do you want to be an asshole? You know, like, because you can make people laugh. You could be a comedian without being a fucking like this level. Like, and I get it. There's like comics that work blue, like just very dirty, inappropriate jokes, and they're just like, oh, if you're offended, you know, you don't come to a comedy show because everybody gets these jokes. Like, my thing is like, you're coming on that thing, and Charlemagne looking at you, and first of Charlemagne, like, I feel a certain way about him too, but because he should have said something as far as his whole black excellence, black this, black that, and he go in there and pop off, and because your podcast is making money with Andrew Schultz, you don't want to fuck shit up, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do when it comes to their business practices, but what I will say is, people, if y'all don't stop with this, you up here talking about I could do whatever I want to him, now you playing victim. Like, people sending me pictures of my daughter, talking about they're gonna kill her and my wife and this and that and all this stuff. Like,
the fuck?
I
do
mean,
think?
you know when you weren't getting death threats, you know when people weren't fucking with you like that, when you wasn't talking out the side of your neck about Kendrick Lamar to that extent. Like if you just wanted to make the jokey joke in the beginning, but the minute you turn that thing into I can fuck him and he can't do nothing about it, what do you expect? And like Kendrick can't even do shit. Like if that was me, like bro, me and Andrew be in a room real quick.
Exactly. Meet me at 5 o'clock, bro.
Right. And we'll see how this shit goes down. Right. So he's talking Cash Money here, but he's trying to phrase it like it was a joke. But he was serious. Like he feels macho enough because he's taller than Kendrick and shit. Like he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I guess he boxed a little bit like before he was a comedian. But fam, there's a difference between you learning how to box in the gym and then motherfuckers raised on the streets.
Yeah,
like
bro.
motherfuckers ain't gonna come out there squaring up like this with you in the streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mills Lane ain't in there. You know, Tony Weeks ain't in there, bro. Tony Weeks ain't in there watching for low blows and fucking.
Nope.
Yep. Hey, no clinching. Hey, get out. Hey, you know, ain't none of that shit. So
nope.
That's probably gonna be his thing. If you want to get in the ring and solve it that way, like, bro, no, like,
nah, bro, you went too far.
Yeah,
you went too far.
Oh man,
you gonna make love to me and I can't do shit about? Oh, okay.
The only thing I can do is decide if it's consensual or not. Say less.
Yeah.
say less. I got just
bro. That's a threat. You just threatened my body, bro.
You said you was gonna rape me.
I must defend myself.
I can't. He can't control what his fans do. What do you want him to do? Go out there and tell his people to calm down? I don't know how many times we come on this show and people that say one thing and then all of a sudden they come out here. It's just like I'm getting threats. They're threatening my friend. And here's the thing. I doubt anybody is Googling and searching pictures of your 18-month-old daughter, sending them to you talking. Everybody be doing that. They're sending pictures of my kids. Screenshot it. Screenshot it and report it to police. And then let them do what they do, because that you can't do. That is illegal. Bro. That is illegal. If you're getting threats, screenshot it, take it to the police, let them act on it, and show us the threats.
Yes.
So maybe you can win us back over. Like, hey, all right, guys, calm down. Hey.
You know who gets a lot of threats?
What's that?
And on the spot, they'll call this shit out. Charleston White. Charleston White gets death threats live on IG, and he'll be like, nigga, I'm calling the law.
Yeah, what you supposed to do? Let the police find the person threatening your life. That's a crime. The fact that you're not doing that, I don't know if you're doing that because I ain't no snitch, but you scared.
Yeah.
If you that's like, bro, let me tell you right now. Somebody sent me a thing like, I'm coming after your kid. No, the fuck you're not.
No, you're not.
Beep, boop, boop. Hello, yes, Sheriff's Department. I have a
death threat.
Yep.
To my children.
Yep, and my family. I need squad cars
safe
outside of my house. Witness protection.
I need a detail.
Get me the fuck up out of here. Quick.
Please. Promptly.
Thank you. By the way, I am white. Come get me. They'd be right there with you, Andrew. Man. But yeah, I just thought it was crazy. I know he's out there talking about they sending death threats and stuff. So I mean, that was probably about a month ago last I heard. So I don't know where he at now with this shit.
He's been quiet. He's been really quiet.
He has. And good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. He should have just did that from the jump, but
you should have just shut the fuck up.
You could have just shut the fuck up and continued to make money on your podcast. But
hey,
you know, now for the record, do I want anything bad to happen to Andrew Schultz and his family? Absolutely not. But if
something were to happen, would I be surprised?
But if something bad does happen, Damn.
Goddamn shame what they did to that dog.
Double homicide. No, but I think it's time to get into the first Whose Mans Is It for 2025. And oh boy, is this a good one? Is this a good one? So without further ado, the first nominee, and apologies, we never got around to that award show last year, but my gut is telling me Tyrese probably would have won that shit.
Yeah.
It's too many nominations, bro. Like it is the quantity.
My man was all-star.
He had both quantity and quality
and quality
of shenanigans. So but let me make sure I got the video ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring in this year's first nominee for the Come Here Award.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this? Who mans is this? I need to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are unaware of who Jason Whitlock is, he is currently the host of Fearless, a podcast on the Blaze Network that was founded by one Glenn Beck, former Fox News host, contributor, conspiracy theorist, either way.
Yeah.
So he has his own thing, The Blaze. Candace Owens has a show over there. Jason Whitlock has a show over there. A couple other people. Very right wing, very super conservative, content over there. And if that's your bag, cool. But Jason Whitlock used to be on Fox News or Fox Sports. Had a show, Speak for Yourself. Him and Marcellus Wiley was on it. For whatever reason, he bounced, and that was when he was in his phase of wearing fedoras on his little milk dud shaped head and stuff. It was a whole phase he was in where he thought like, I'm killing with this one, right? But for whatever reason, Fox let him go. I guess he was too extreme or whatever. Let him tell the story on why he bounced. Right? They couldn't handle me. They didn't want the truth. Things like that where people be like, they tried to tie my hands and I came here where I can speak how I want to. All of that stuff, right? If you're unaware, Fox Sports has been in the news lately. There is a former employee over there, a hairdresser, who filed a suit against Fox Sports for discrimination. She cited that there was, kind of a you can sleep your way to the top kind of thing. She was solicited. She allegedly was solicited by Skip Bayless $1.5 million to have sex with him. And if you see Skip Bayless, if you see Skip Bayless, you just like, damn, like
That's plausible.
it's like at first 1.5 million. All right, yeah. I mean, Skip, it look like it's you probably ain't pulling them like you used to pull them. You know what I'm saying? Drip Bayless over there. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I don't, but Skip is on some hard times, man. Fox had to let Skip go, and I don't know if he's gonna be having that 1.5 to just throw at some ass lately. So, but I'm guessing that while Skip and Shannon was going on when they was popping, but lately ain't nobody fucking with Skip no more. But so all of this goes down, everybody's talking about it. Marcellus Wiley, who used to be over there, he has a podcast now where he talk about it, and that's like all he's been talking about because now it's getting them views and he's starting to get subscriptions and shit. Stephen A talking about on his show. So all of these people eating off of this stuff. The one person everybody seems to be focused on is Joy Taylor, right? She works over there at Fox Sports. She was on Colin Coward's show, The Herd. She was like the co-host on that. Fleeted up, started doing the on the panel for Speak for Yourself, changed to Speak. So now it's her, Michael Irvin, Paul Pierce, and there's another member on that one. I forget the third person's name, but they got a show. They be talking about sports or whatever, and she's kind of like the host of that. Jason was like, I need to get in on this. I need to tell my side of the story on what's going on and how I. So take it for what it's worth. My man is out here saying the most off the wall stuff. Nobody's believe. Like
As soon as I saw his name, I
nobody like. I'll let him tell his story, and we'll see what everybody's vibes are like. Yeah, he's telling the truth. Like I understand what he's saying. So let me go ahead and set this up. And let him tell you about his experiences over at Fox Sports.
Say this to be hypercritical of Joy Taylor. I don't have harsh opinions of Joy Taylor. She's not someone that I didn't get along with. I basically, for the most part, just kept my distance from Joy Taylor. And I kept my distance, not because I didn't like her, it's just because I knew myself. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of.
What is what vibes is that giving you right now, Blak?
Bro, what? I know myself.
He knows what he's capable of. Sir.
What do you mean, sir? What? Explain. Explain. Kept my distance from her.
Because if I got too close,
let me tell you,
the sexual tension would have been amazing. You could have cut it with a knife.
Heat magnet.
I know what I'm capable of, and I didn't want to put her in that position to try to come after me. Okay, Jason.
Or
all
this,
right,
like CJ said, like
you're right, 100%. Just tell on yourself, my boy. I know I can't control myself around women, so I just try to stay the fuck away from them.
I stayed away from that. That is grade A.
What's that shit from Boondocks? When Ruckus was talking to Grandpa, that white fever, boy, they get on you.
That white fever.
Or they come around you and they just there's nothing you can do about it. Like that's how he's sounding right now. Like he can't control himself around beautiful women. But I digress. Continue, Jason. Tell us your side of the story.
And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. It's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack.
Family. Nigga, this is not the 70s. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, Lord, that big rack. Peanut butter skin.
He's like, is he serious? You sound like he over here. He's sweating hard as fuck. That big
Ooh, my loins.
And that she would keep showing off and that peanut butter skin. And you looked at these pictures and you just couldn't say she's a beautiful woman. You had to
the cream on the inside, peanut butter outside.
Peanut butter skin and Lord,
bro, that's lust. If you gotta assign adjectives to this shit,
bro. How you came up with peanut butter skin? That lets me know, like, whenever you was at Fox Sports, you was thinking about that shit, bro.
Yeah. I know what it is.
What
I know
is
it. Let it keep playing. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
All right.
Like, Jay, keep your distance. That's going to get you into trouble. And so that's what I did. I kept my distance. Because when you put some woman in a job talking sports with a bunch of men, it's a job she's not qualified for. She's talking sports with professional athletes, people that did it at the highest level. She's talking sports with me or Colin Cowherd or other people that have like really studied sports at a super high level. What does she have to offer other than her sex appeal? And so should we be surprised that she leaned into that?
Therapy has always been such a
Fam, what do you have to offer?
That is wild. That's
other
wild.
than sex appeal. Now I'm looking at that shit, right? Like Jason Whitlock has not played sports at any level. I'm assuming at any high level.
Look at Jason Whitlock.
He said, just look at this real quick. He's like, I studied sports at a high level. Like, can I just be honest? Like, sports journalism, you don't need a degree for that shit.
You don't. You just need to watch.
Go and they get a degree in sports journalism. It feels like that lets them talk about sports better than anybody else who watches sports. And if that's the case, like, I haven't Googled Joy Taylor. I don't know if she has a degree in sports journalism. But if I was to Google her and see she has those credentials, like, what's stopping her from being allowed to talk sports with Colin Cowherd, who hasn't played sports at a high level, at a professional level? You, who hasn't done it. Skip, who hasn't done it. And the plethora of other, Nick Wright, who hasn't done it. Fucking Chris
Stephen
Bouchard, who hasn't done it. Stephen A, who hasn't done it. Fucking Max Kellerman, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are people, unless you want all of these shows to just go away and be hosted by former athletes. Because if your prerequisite is you have to have done it to know to talk about it, the fuck are you doing, Jason? Why are you here?
Exactly.
So
like that's some bullshit.
Wild.
That's some bullshit.
As a
the
woman,
fact that she's a woman does not disqualify her from. So, like, most women I know that know sports at a very high level.
Right.
Like, if they're into that shit, they're into it. And if they study it to talk about it, they study it to talk about it. And I'm finding this out now. One of the smartest people I know in journalism, period, is a woman, Kimmy Sokol. She talks wrestling, but she talks it at such a high level and she follows it. Like, I'm way older than Kimmy, but I look up to her as a journalist because she's studied the shit. She puts her craft like first. She comes up with things that get people involved in it. Like, the fact that she's a woman should have zero to do with this shit. Like, that's sexist and that's misogynist.
Yeah, but he's speaking the truth. That's why he's at the Blaze, so he can speak his truth. But give us a little bit more there, Jason.
No, we should. They put her in that position where it's the only thing she had to offer, and so she offered it up and got what she wanted. Let's think this through, as if you go into the lawsuit and the things that Nusheen says and the way she says things played out, Joy Taylor was some sort of fill-in talk show host down in Miami who, you know, people in Miami kind of knew who she was. I think she may have had some association with Dan Le Batard or whatever, but she hadn't taken Miami by storm as a radio talk show host. She was a little extra, attractive girl. Jason Taylor's sister. Hey, let's put her on radio. But she hadn't really done anything. But somehow she's qualified to be the host of Undisputed, a debate show between Skip Bayless, who, like him or not, was an accomplished sports journalist for a time, and a Hall of Fame football player in Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe reached the top of the sports industry Skip Bayless reached the top of the sports media industry, and Joy Taylor had done some radio work down in Miami. What does she have to offer? So how does she get that job? How does she even get that opportunity? Because she's got a big pair of cans, and she's, according to Sheen, she's willing to let people enjoy those big cans of hers.
Fam.
Go ahead and close you out there, Jason. You you embarrassing yourself, my boy.
Damn.
Thoughts, my guy.
You know when that one dude you know when that one dude like who really liked that girl and he gets put in the friend zone? You know what I mean? Like
that's the vibe he putting off.
Yeah.
I didn't want her anyway.
Yeah. I didn't want it anyway. It's like the guy that wasn't good enough for the Desert Queen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, this is the vibe it's giving me. Now, allegedly, the lawsuit, like he said, the person who's filed it saying that there's a high executive at, and here are some of the Cliff's notes of it. One of the executives there at Fox Sports, she claims Joy was sleeping with him, and that's how she kept getting her opportunities. They were at a holiday party, and the dude was standing next to Joy and like grabbed her buttocks, right? And she was just like, "Yo, Joy, that's wrong." And Joy was just like, "Oh, get over it." Emmanuel Acho, who was one of the hosts on Speak, she was like, her and him were smashing. That's how he brought her onto the show and all of that stuff. Emmanuel Acho has been super silent about it, as he should. You know, let the
don't say shit.
go. You don't have to say shit about nothing. If you know that don't have nothing to do with you, keep pushing, keep doing your job, right? But some people are looking at that shit like, man, Acho hella quiet about this shit, you know. But it's either here nor there. Like, grown people gonna do grown people stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah, bro.
If they both single, they both doing whatever they got to do. That's what it is. But Jason Whitlock is giving me the everybody else hit it but me.
Exactly.
And it's not because I chose.
It's not fair.
It's not. It wasn't because it wasn't. What is it? It's not by choice that you didn't hit.
Right.
That's
not fair.
That's energy. It's Joy. You let everybody else. It's my turn, Joy. That's the energy.
Why am I not good enough for you? Because Jason,
look at you. Like this is legit sad. Like, there are ways to talk about it. Like, if you want content for it, bro, to go in like this on a woman in a very male dominated occupation, and are upset that she's getting opportunities. Because Whitlock, it's not like you're giving the vibe like she took a spot from you.
Right.
Like you were on the come up and you were eligible to have a show on Fox, and they turned you down and gave it there. Like some reverse affirmative action type stuff. That's the vibe this is putting off to me. I'm like, bro, you was there. You had a spot. You had a whole show. And you fucked it up. Right?
Right.
And you fucked it up. And then now she's getting these opportunities and you mad because in your eyes, there's some gatekeeping thing to where you have to have been whatever standards you have on how to study, like who have studied sports at a high studied sports. What do you mean watch it?
That's insecurity.
You mean watch?
That's
sports?
what that is.
You study sports. Ain't no class on like for like journalism. Yes, like I feel there's things you need to learn when you're trying to cover the ethics of journalism, all of that stuff. So journalism, yes, but when you talk about sports journalism, like that's a whole nother course. Like, no, you just need to know journalism and then watch sports and then apply with like sports journalism is the like you got to learn because you go to YouTube right now and find sport commentators for whatever team. Like you go there, Carolina Hurricanes hockey YouTube. There is probably some 18-year-old in North Carolina who knows the history of the Carolina Hurricanes from when they were the Hartford Whales and came down here as an expansion team, can tell you everything about them and cover the Hurricanes probably for any major sport network.
Yep.
Better. And that's low-key why people like Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp and stuff, like they didn't go to school for sports journalism, but just because they played the sports, it's just
their expertise is their experience.
Yes.
That makes them a SME in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and people like Jason get threatened when people who didn't go through the old way of getting into the game are now in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Shannon Sharp, he like best sports podcast nominee, all of this other stuff. He Club Shay Shay, all of this stuff like that. Like it's to the point where the people like him, because Stephen A starting to do his own YouTube show now after he saw what Shay made after that interview with Cat Williams.
Yep.
Stephen A up there with his fucking horrible ass shirts and shit. Fucking Stephen A.
Fucking we go on YouTube.
He's trying to get up there and talk. Like he had one episode where he was talking about Jason Whitlock and he was trying to like, oh, this is about to be a real one. He up there. Did you tell him about that? You little bitch. I'm like, ooh, look, Stephen A say bitch. Like he's acting like he's off the hinges now. Ooh, shaking the table. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this and this is so pathetic. You know, like to weigh in like this, not letting the legal thing process. Because what if this all comes out and it finds out that the person filing the lawsuit fabricated this whole thing?
Right.
Now what you gonna do, Jason?
You can't really apologize because that you kind of passed an apology at this point. Like you defamated this woman's character. You said that she sleeps around. You are not said it, but you implied that she sleeps around. She uses her body to get promotions. Like, dude, y'all got to stop doing this shit, bro. Like, that can't be the play no more. Like these women, this ain't the fucking 40s, bro. And you got to put in the work. And if you're not putting in the work and just comfortable just being ass at what you do, these ladies are going to fucking outwork you. So that age-old excuse of, well, she used her body to get where she is, like women don't even think like that. So stop accusing them of shit because they doing shit better than you. Get off your fucking ass, make some good content, make people agree with the shit that you putting out instead of putting out bullshit ass takes like this shit. And you do better, Jason. Be mad because her can's better than yours, motherfucker.
Maybe I should have worn my V-necks out here. The thing when it comes to that, it's a lot of people that are upset because the culture is changing, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, like First Take was that show. You had all these like sport talk shows, and then all of a sudden, you know, Shannon blows up, right? Pat McAfee blows up. Just YouTube channels, right? There's a few like 700,000 subscribers, things like that, of people who cover sports in the way they like to do it, in a comical way, focusing on just one team. However they do it, they're just themselves.
Yep.
The time of people like Jason Whitlock and Skip Bayless, and I would even say Colin Cowherd, like a lot of these guys who do sport talk radios that have been doing it for 20, 30 plus years, like nobody cares about that no more. You know, nobody's going to sit there and listen to you talk about, you know, I don't like the transfer portal now because these kids are entitled. And bro, it's sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Like it is what it is. Like these kids out here putting their bodies on the line for this university, as the university profits the fuck off of them and they get nothing.
Yep.
They mess around, earn the university $20 million for advancing in the playoffs. He gets an ACL tear, can't play football anymore. What's he get? Nothing.
Shit.
So that they got to look out for themselves.
Yep.
But y'all don't like that. You know, all these coaches, Nick Saban, I got to retire. I can't deal with this. Bye. You've made your money. You've made your millions.
Get
these coaches are bouncing all over the place. Like Nobody wants this whole back in my day type fucking coverage on sports anymore.
Why would
know?
you want it harder on the people? Like, why would you want your experience to be the people behind you's experience?
Because that puts you at the top. Because you have the experience. Like, the longer you're in the game, the more experience you got, so you can look down and make choices and shit. Like, that's where Skip was at. Where Skip was just like, you're going to work with me. I get top billet. You this, you that, you that. And that's when Shannon was just like, I can't fuck with this shit no more. I'm out.
This shit.
And then Skip found out so fast that he was not the one carrying the show.
Yeah.
Tried to bring Mike Irvin and Richard Sherman and fucking Keyshawn Johnson and all these other people. And people are like, bro, fuck this show.
Yep.
And that's why, hey, Stephen A, say what you want. When Shannon became a free agent, Stephen A did everything he could to get him over the First Take.
Yep.
And then now the numbers are going back up. And then Shannon's still doing his Club Shay Shay joint. He's still doing the Nightcap with Ocho. And numbers is big. Cam Newton got his own podcast and stuff. His numbers was getting big. ESPN was like, hey, you want to do you want to host First Take with us every Friday? They bringing him in. These like networks like ESPN are smart. They're looking at the shit like who's popping on YouTube, who's got the following. We're going to bring them in because one, they got a fresh take, a fresh perspective on stuff. Two, they're going to bring their what up, B-Rex in the building?
Brian, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, they're going to bring their following over and we could possibly get them to start, checking in on First Take every now and then. Fox Sports does not do that. They're not looking at the up and coming stuff. They're just stuck on they're
in their bubble
and we'll get this, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'll tell you, man, the minute I looked at this thing and I heard he was like, because she has that big rack and the peanut butter skin and those cans, I was like, bro, you sound
he was in love. He fell in love. Oh my God, that peanut butter skin and that big rack.
Let me tell a story, but I'll redact the names. We were on a deployment in 2003 in Baghdad. And there was a coworker of ours who had a thing for another coworker of ours. And we were all in the same tent, and the one coworker he had a thing for. He saw them come in and go into the section of another member of our tent, and that person was not the same. Devastated. It was a visible and an audible to the point I went and checked on them. That's Jason. Jason saw her step into the Fox Sports headquarters and was just like, she's not money to be. And then he saw her with people like Acho and shit like he'll never be. And
I wish I never met her at all.
It was all that I know. From the way she looked at me.
Oh, was unhappily married with children, and I wish I never met her.
But what is that? He was like, but what about me? Maybe in another life,
things could be the way we both desired.
He said, but what about me? And in the video, he drive by her house and she out there with the family.
With the kids and the husband.
That's you, Jason. You're Carl Thomas. I wish I never met her at all. Jason Whitlock. Bro, I need you to lock it the fuck up, bro.
Bro.
Get your shit together. And if this comes out that all of these accusations are false, the apology gotta be 10 times as loud as this disrespect, my boy.
Bro, fact. That is a fact. Bro, you cannot like
bro, you better show up at her house.
Roses.
Laid like kissing her feet.
She needs to be the queen of Zamunda to you, bro. Like,
yes.
Show up with everything. Cans.
Those big, like, bro, just say titties. You know, at this point, just say titties, bro. You're on this network where you can say wherever you want.
Those.
She shows up the big rack, and what was this, Mad Men? Fucking,
she got guns in her shirt. What the fuck?
Fucking 1940s. Yeah, see, she got some cans. The bazooms on those.
The bazooms, the jugs.
The augas. You know what I'm saying? Jason, lock it up, man.
Hubba.
Pick your jaw up off the floor. Get over your feelings. And use that sports journalism degree education to talk about fucking sports. And quit worrying about who's sleeping with who, man. Males shouldn't be jealous. That's a female's trait. What you mad? Because she pushed dimes and you anyway. Hey, yeah, Jason. So congratulations. So far you are beating Tyrese this year.
Oh, yeah. You started strong.
You are, as of now, the favorite to win the award for 2025. So
yeah,
that's one thing Joy can't say she has. So if you win, you can put it on your resume and hopefully get a show somewhere else. But it's not something you want to put on your achievement. But Jason, get this shit together, man. Let us head back to our regularly scheduled programming and wrap up episode 1 of season 6.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
Fantastic show, in my own opinion. What do you got for the people, man? I know you wanted to say stuff for final shots and thoughts. Here's the opportunity.
I did. So I wanna give a lot of thanks for 2024, and especially the Pitmasters, everybody who's tuned into this show. You guys really made 2024 like one of our biggest years, and giving us a lot of things to build on for 2025. I think 2025 is going to be a big year for us. I know you're reading that. I lost it. I had to say that for
what's that, 40-year-old version?
Yeah. You ever held the boob and it feels like
a bag of sand? What? Wait, what? Oh my god. Oh shit.
But yeah, you guys made 2024 a big year for us. One of the initiatives that we had for last year was to start a YouTube channel, and we are moving towards that. So No Gimmicks has one, and I know SmokePit has one, and I think USDN is going to have one too. So here's my challenge to you. I know back in 2024, I was supposed to do this shit, and I'm going to save the initiative. So the SmokePit podcast has a YouTube channel. And if you go subscribe to this YouTube channel, things will happen. Here is what I have for you guys. I have some candy canes that you motherfuckers put in the SmokePit.
Hot dog candy, bro. Don't do this to yourself.
Oh, that's not it. That's not all,
better, bro.
It's not all. It's not all. So I have some hot dog candy canes because you guys dared me, and I was crazy enough to go buy them. I also have these sour cream and onion.
Oh my god.
And macaroni and cheese. Now, I show this to you to say per 100 people is a box of candy canes. So if you go subscribe, these candy canes will be consumed.
Bro, you ain't got to sell yourself out like that, man.
I will, because I owe the people.
We reached those out.
I was supposed to do this when we got to 2K, but we both went on hiatus. So this is my get back for them. So I got the candy canes. Per 100 people is a box of candy canes. So I will eat a box of candy canes. I will let you guys choose which ones you want, and I will consume the candy canes. Again, Smoke Pit Podcast, YouTube. Go subscribe. Show that you subscribe. Once we get to 100, it's a box of candy canes. And whatever you want.
The whole box, my boy?
I'll eat the whole box. Why not?
Oh my God, bro.
Why not?
Come on, man. I appreciate you doing it. Hey, but folks, all seriousness, man. We do love the support. Like we said, 2024 was amazing. We hit 2K in the fan group. We're just trying to grow it and just trying to do something a little bit different over on YouTube. We're still, like I said, when we go live, free first Fridays, all of that stuff is still gonna be in the DFPN thing. It's just when it's the Patreon only stuff, the video will be going straight over to the Smoke Pit YouTube channel. Clips from the show, segments, all of that stuff will be going over to the YouTube channel as well. And we're only doing this because the DFPN channel, we got several shows that want to do advertising, make shorts and reels and stuff like that. Algorithm does not like it when a channel keeps just super populating over and over and over again. Kind of bumps down the algorithm. So what we're going to do is try to give each show their separate YouTube channel so they can maximize the amount of advertising, reels, shorts, all of those things like that. So
which is a testament. It's a testament to everybody that actually supports and rocks with DFPN that we're doing this. So again, kudos to you guys. You guys really fucked with us in 2024 enough that we had to make this move. So
yeah,
thank you. Really, for real. Thank you guys.
Yep. And we're gonna do what we can. I know people are people who profit off of TikTok kind of up in arms, like, oh no, it may go away or whatnot. Whatever social media handles we have, we're trying to be more active on that too. That's another goal for 2025. So just stay tuned, stay rocking with not only the Smoke Pit, but the rest of the DFPN crew, USDN, Queens of Nerdom. Speaking of which, I don't want to say too much for them, but both Eric and Jen from our Queens of Nerdom crew are currently working and putting the final touches on the next tabletop RPG adventure. We just finished up Fallen Star. The end of last year was about 11 months of an adventure. And the next adventure is going to be, from what I've told and from what I've seen, on par, if not better than that adventure. So stay tuned with them as well. But like I said, a lot of the DFPN stuff, Patreon will still be the same. When we do first Fridays, like, content will still be coming over to DFPN YouTube channel. However, for specific shows and stuff, you can go ahead and search. Jeff is in the comments saying, hey, the end of this month, you can expect the USDN launch for their YouTube channel and stuff. So if you fuck with us, then come by and say hi, subscribe, leave some comments, leave some likes and things like that. And like we said, man, it doesn't go unnoticed from us. We appreciate it 100%. Any support we give. I believe. Oh, apologies as well. I know we were doing the best Christmas movie. Shit kind of died off. That's going to continue, right? So expect polls to come up. It was 100 movies. So once we get this down to the final 32, the bracket will be put out there and we will solve this. I know it'll be like in the middle of January, but we started this journey on trying to figure out the best Christmas movie. We're gonna fucking end it. You know what I'm saying? And also, it'll probably be rolling into February. Probably best, rom-com maybe. going into February with Valentine's Day and all of that stuff. So trying to be more active with these brackets. We know you love them. We're gonna try and keep them coming. So you got anything else for him, man?
Nah, man. Just thank you guys for tuning in tonight. This was fun. It's great to be back. And let's kick the doors off the hinges for 2025.
Indeed. So as always, I'm the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Made this Kelvin K-League. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Until next time, have love, make sex. Peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.